One evening in Tokyo, a man rushed through the crowded Shibuya crossing, stressed out and anxious. His phone vibrated endlessly with notifications. Work deadlines, messages from his boss and co-workers, and countless other reminders demanding his attention 24/7. He glanced at his watch. He was running late for a meeting in Shinjuku and had to catch the Yamanote line or he would be in trouble. The crowds of people, the neon lights, and the sounds of heavy machinery at the construction site increased his anxiety. Just before entering the subway station, he checked his watch and realized he had already missed his train. Defeated, he slumped his shoulders and stared across the chaos. He spotted a street food stand selling takoyaki, octopus balls, which used to be his favorite snack, although he couldn't remember the last time he ate it. The man approached the stand on a whim and ordered a single serving of takoyaki. He took a bite. As the flavors filled his mouth, everything else faded. The past, the future, the notifications on his phone, the business meeting he missed, the stress. All that mattered was the taste of his food, the delicious, freshly cooked takoyaki. We're often so caught up in our worries about the future and ruminations about past events that the present eludes us almost completely. In a way, we sleepwalk through life, turning our attention toward the mind's many, often excessive, productions, largely unaware of what's happening around us. We may sit on a train, hardly aware of the beautiful landscapes passing by, because we worry about something a coworker said the other day. Before we know it, we have squandered the enjoyment of moments that never return, as every moment, every tasting of food, every meeting with a stranger, and walking through the vibrant city of Tokyo is a unique experience. It's a once-a-lifetime opportunity. The Japanese Zen Buddhists were aware of life's fleeting nature. Every moment is unique and can never be re-experienced. The Zen tradition gave birth to the term Ichigo Ichie, which could be roughly translated to once in a lifetime, or this time only. This video explores the concept of Ichigo Ichie. If you want to support Einzelgänger, consider joining my Patreon page, which allows access to ad-free videos and free merch. Also, follow me on Facebook and Instagram for updates and quotes. Thank you, and I hope you'll enjoy this video. Zen no Rikyu was a Japanese tea master from the 16th century who profoundly influenced Japanese tea drinking. He emphasized valuing the present moment, particularly during a tea ceremony, saying Ichigo ni Ichido, meaning one change, one lifetime. He pointed towards the uniqueness of each gathering, as every meeting between host and guest would never occur in quite the same way again. Even if these people would meet many times in the future, each encounter would be unprecedented. Later, in the 19th century, a Japanese tea ceremony grandmaster and high-ranking political figure named Naosuke coined the term Ichigo Ichie. Constantly facing threats of assassination, Naosuke treated each tea ceremony as if it might be his last, believing every session was unique and more beautiful than the previous. Naosuke stated, "Great attention should be given to a tea gathering, which we can speak of as one time, one meeting. Even though the host and guests may see each other often socially, one day's gathering can never be repeated exactly. Viewed this way, the meeting is indeed a once-in-a-lifetime occasion." End quote. Thus, the ceremony host and guests must devote themselves entirely to the event, knowing it's a unique moment. Future gatherings will be different. It is truly one time, one meeting, experienced in the present, never to occur again. When we think of it, the past and future aren't real, even though they appear lively within our minds. They're illusory, they don't exist. The only thing that truly exists is the present moment, the here and now. As Eckhart Tolle stated, there's never a time when your life is not this moment. So, life happens now. We could be immersed in past events, but this immersion still takes place in the present. The same goes for worrying about the future. The worrying happens in the present. Our thoughts may make it seem that the past and future are alive and well, but in reality, they aren't. What's alive is our thinking about them. What may appear as real and happening and may even evoke emotions that make it seem more real are just creations of our minds. They are fantasies, memories, judgments, and what-ifs. They are reconstructions of what happened before and mental simulations of what could happen in the future, but by no means what's actually going on as we speak. There are problems with living in our minds like this. As many people experience, excessive thought generates emotions such as anxiety, grief, and anger. For example, the man in Tokyo worried about the consequences of running late for a meeting. He could be fired, lose face in the eyes of his co-workers, and consequently in the eyes of his friends and family for neglecting his duties, which could evoke fear and panic. But what also happens is that the present moment, the events happening in this time and space, largely elude us. And this, the Zen masters believed, is pretty unfortunate. The Tokyoite would have never enjoyed his favorite snack if his worries had taken up his attention. On the crowded streets near Shibuya station, he could let go of his fears and immerse himself in the beauty and enjoyment of that moment. In my experience, I've often let my thoughts spoil the moment. There have been times when most of my life just passed, as I was too much in my head. Even when watching a movie, for example, I would just miss parts due to wandering in my thoughts. Thus, there have been many missed opportunities, sights and sounds I failed to take in, and encounters with people I didn't cherish. It's like getting offered gold and gemstones while unable to see and take them, blinded by the illusion of past and future. I wasn't aware of Ichigo Ichie, that every moment I squandered would never happen again. The book of Ichigo Ichie, The Art of Making the Most of Every Moment, describes Ichigo Ichie like this. The meaning of Ichigo Ichie is something like this. What we are experiencing right now will never happen again, and therefore we must value each moment like a beautiful treasure. Life is like floating on a river, passing countless scenes and sights, encountering obstacles and meeting other people floating in the same direction. Our position in that river is ever-changing. The objects surrounding us never stay the same. The sights pass us by, never to be seen again. With just a blink, our surroundings change, and we change with them. One day, we're surrounded by fellow floaters. The next, we drift alone, not a soul in sight. We may long back for those moments that seem to last forever, such as those carefree college years, or living on cloud 9 with our first love. Did we take life's good times for granted when they occurred? Did we let our most enjoyable moments be overshadowed by worry and perhaps desire for better? What's gone is gone, which rings true for both good and bad, ordinary and special. Whatever the experience, we'll never experience it again. Nothing lasts forever, neither good nor bad. Accepting this fact is the key to taking full advantage of the sublime moments life bestows on us, and to not losing hope when we go through a rough patch. End quote. These words remind me of the Sufi story of the king who sought wisdom but couldn't find it until he heard about a sage who, as they said, possessed the great wisdom he was looking for. The king ordered the sage to appear before him and promised him a great reward if he could share the secret of his wisdom with him. The sage agreed and left the palace. Weeks later, the sage returned with a small box containing a ring with an inscription. "This too shall pass." The sage said, "Wear this ring always and look at it often. Whether you're facing good fortune or hardship, let it remind you, this too shall pass." The king was satisfied and rewarded the sage with great wealth. The awareness of transience is a double-edged sword. First, it lets us see that whatever beautiful, enjoyable moment we're in will pass. For many, this fact causes grief. Why would we want to lose what we cherish in life? How could we feel good about the fact that good times come to an end? Such sentiments are understandable. The nostalgic among us know the pain of longing for what is long gone. But it's inevitable. As Epictetus once said, "If you wish your children and your wife and your friends to live forever, You are stupid, for you wish to be in control of things which you cannot. You wish for things that belong to others to be your own." End quote. Thus, a more realistic approach would be to accept transience, know that these moments won't last forever, and enjoy them fully, which is what Ichigo Ichie is all about. The other edge of the sword is that the awareness of transience makes letting go of unpleasant, painful moments easier. Painful moments are unique as well. They also never appear again. That doesn't mean that there won't be another painful moment, but a specific experience, which could have been traumatic, happens only once. Trusting in the impermanence of everything, we won't forget that this too shall pass. As an avid walker, I try to take in the scenery and sounds I would miss when lost in thought. When I was in Japan not too long ago, I tried to practice this more, focusing on whatever passes by, such as buildings, nature, people, and traffic. I also focused more on conversations, on the mere experiences of being on the subway or waiting for a train. Instead of meeting these experiences with boredom and impatience, I tried to take them in with curiosity. It was challenging. I realized again how much my mind tends to wander, and what a pity that is, given the beauty of Japan. Especially the Asano River in Kanazawa, where I walked along its banks. With enough attention to the present, even the simplest moments can become unique and highly enjoyable. I've been through a lot. We all have, and life poses many challenges. But why do I let these things so frequently overshadow the beauty of what's right in front of me? How different of an experience life is when all the excessive thought processes slide, when I realize that there's only now, that this now is unique and fleeting, so I'll never get it back. People often chase once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Typical once-in-a-lifetime bucket list experiences, at least what society tells us, include traveling to iconic destinations like the Great Wall of China, witnessing a solar eclipse, skydiving, and attending Burning Man or the World Cup. But according to the concept of Ichigo Ichie, everything is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. A conversation with your mother at the dinner table, cuddling with your dog, a walk in the woods, or looking your spouse in the eyes. And with enough attention and appreciation, these simple things could be more fulfilling and meaningful than the grandest of adventures. Thank you for watching.